one of the big plans I want to do for this year, which is going to change production, I think, immensely, and make a big difference, is with our lettuce production. Lettuce is incredibly valuable on this farm. We're not a lettuce farm. I don't grow just, rows and rows and rows and rows of lettuce, but it is a big part of the variety that we grow. It's probably the number one crop when you total year round. If we grew tomatoes year round, maybe tomatoes would be certainly higher than that, but since lettuce is popular and it's something we sell year round, it's such an important crop, both lettuce heads and lettuce mix. I personally like selling lettuce heads better because it's much easier. You dunk them and you put them in a tote and you sell them. But we've always been improving our lettuce because everything you can do to lettuce to make it more productive, more successful, makes a big impact on our farm. We've never grown it in plastic by making holes and sticking that lettuce into those holes in landscape fabric or something. We've always kept a pretty weed-free field. We did move to the paper pot transplanter years ago and do a lot of lettuce with that, not all of it. And that certainly increased because planting takes a long time. But one problem you do have in the field with lettuce is that when it rains, it splashes a lot of dirt on there, and that can cause the lettuce head to rot, cause problems with washing. For lettuce to be really successful, you need every single head to work, every single head to grow to size, so that they all sell at the same price, that when we go to market, that they all look the same, that they're not little tiny ones and big ones and that. And so, for some farmers, putting it into the landscape fabric helps with that. It helps to even them out, make them all the same size, as well as protecting them from that dirt. So what we're going to do for 2018 is we just put up this house. This is it's 144 feet. And we're going to use this just for lettuce heads, or mostly lettuce heads, which we've never grown lettuce heads inside a high-tech house before. We've always reserved that first for tomatoes, and then for cucumbers, then for arugula to protect them from flea beetles, and just never lettuce, because lettuce does grow outside. But it is such a high value crop, so why not? Maybe let's just grow it indoors, even though it does need a lot of space, and just really get the best success out of it. Because we find when we grow it indoors, it grows twice as fast, and it's way more successful, that we're not losing any crop. And so that's what's new for this year, is growing all of our lettuce in. And we could take a look inside it. It's a nice big house. And we just finished it just a couple of months ago. Just before winter, we finished it. And so this is going to get all of our green, what we call a greenhouse equipment, and we'll go over that in another time. But we designed the house just for greens, just like we would for tomatoes. We designed the house just for tomatoes, and we're going to be using both paper pots, hand transplanted, all different methods to figure out what we really like indoors, and because if we can transplant by hand and it proves to be successful, it may be a good way to do it, but maybe not. But this is going to be a big change for the year. We'll still have some outside because I don't want to risk too much. I want to see if this makes sense and can provide all of our lettuce needs for our farmers markets and wholesale accounts. If it can, I'd love to just not grow them in the field anymore, and that would be fantastic. So I'll keep you updated on what we're doing, and after we get it planted, and what it will look like and how successful it is compared to what we've been doing for years, which is field grown lettuce besides in the winter.